Brothers and sisters, it's good to be all gathered here today on this beautiful feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And I have just a deep devotion and love to Our Lady, and I just love this gospel, the incredible joy that Our Lady's just swept up in what the Lord has done for her. She says, "My soul proclaims, it magnifies the Lord, because He's done good things for me." And reflecting on particularly this feast of the Assumption, what we celebrate today is that Our Lady is in heaven with our Lord, with her glorious body, and she's there and she makes constant intercession for us. So this feast day is to commemorate that at the end of her earthly journey, she was assumed body and soul into heavenly glory. And as the Second Vatican Council so beautifully says, that she was an intercessor while on earth, that she pointed everybody to her Son, but that she hasn't laid aside that motherly intercessory role, but she continues that for us in heaven. So we celebrate that she's in heaven with her Son, making intercession for us, praying for us. But what does it mean to make intercession? So we think of, for us Catholics, I'm sure there's many here, prayer warriors, that we're good at interceding for others, about praying for others. So kind of two components of what it means to intercede. It means to be able to see someone in need, and then to be able to pray for them. So to intercede, to see someone, and then to be able to pray for them. And our Blessed Mother Mary does that in such an excellent way. You guys might be familiar with Dante's Divine Comedy, where he writes about kind of a midlife crisis. And there's the part where he goes to purgatory, he goes to hell, he goes to heaven. But it starts off with this striking image. He's speaking about himself. He says, midway through life's dreary journey, I found myself in a dark woods alone. So kind of this moment of despair for him. Midway through life's dreary journey, I found myself in a dark woods alone. And then Virgil actually comes and meets him there, and he begins a journey. So he's kind of experiencing a midlife crisis, we might say. And then he journeys to Inferno, to hell, then to the Purgatorio, to purgatory, and then last, he's able to go to heaven. And this scene has always struck me, because when he finally makes it to heaven, he's met by a wonderful lady, Our Lady Mary. And she meets him and says, all those years ago when you were in the woods, she says, I saw you and I prayed for you. So he has this incredible moment when he finally makes it to heaven after his journey through hell, purgatory, into heaven. Our Lady says, all those years ago when you were in that dark woods, I saw you and I prayed for you. For me, that just touches to the core of what Our Lady's done for me, that she actually has seen me in my need and has prayed for me. And it's common for a lot of us priests, but I know it's true for me that I wouldn't be a priest if it wasn't for Our Lady. So it was kind of after fully consecrating myself to Jesus through Our Lady's intercession, what we would call like Marian consecration, total consecration to Jesus through Mary, that I really felt the call to the priesthood and actually had the courage to respond. So in a very vivid way, I just felt her seeing me in my need, wherever I was, and praying for me. So as we gather, we celebrate this feast of Our Lady, and we just recognize that she's the most powerful intercessor. So just to have the faith and the confidence that she's a good mother, and she actually sees us in our need where we are. So if we find ourselves alone in a dark woods somewhere, that she sees us and she prays for us. So just to let ourselves be seen, to let ourselves be seen by her today, to be able to know that she prays and intercedes for us, all for a purpose and an orientation, and it's always to lead us to her Son. So to let ourselves be led to him, and our hearts can be a little bit all over the place sometimes, but Our Lady really helps to channel and say, yeah, let me just lead you to Jesus. So we just entrust our hearts to her, and knowing that she's a good mother, that she really leads us to her Son, especially this day.